Going live. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How you doing? How you doing? I can't see my comments in the chat. Well, it's me on a Monday. Monday motivation for me. Monday memories for me. I know I'm always doing something with this here now. I think I told you yesterday. Them daggone daughters I got is something else, I tell you. Let me take my breath. Oh, where's my essential oil? I have some essential oil. Oh, here it is. Because I have anxiety. And lavender. Lavender oil. So, I wanted to chop it up today. Doing some things different. See, I got my crystals on. I'll be glad when I get my background fixed better. People use the filters, but I like to come to people just the way I am. Because I don't like wearing masks. I don't like to be the great pretender or none of that. But I definitely got to talk to you people. Yeah, them daggone daughters of mine. I thought I was looking good with my Goldilocks. And I went over there to my middle daughter's house. She don't live too far from me. Thought I was cute. And she was like, Ma, what you do to your hair? Nah, Ma, you got to stop. You got to take that out. You got to represent me. Well, I do the best that I can and represent myself. You know, in spite of everything that I've been through, you know. This is November. I am live. I think I'm live on Facebook or Instagram, but I'm live on my YouTube channel too. I'm trying to kill two birds with one stone. And I've been quiet for a minute. But here I go. Some things have been like, Spirit's been saying, you got to talk. You got to let it out. So I could lose some weight. You know, even though I'm going through the change of life and the whole body just start changing, hair start thinning. I'm having these private summers and all of that stuff. I got this hand exerciser thing because I have bilateral carpal tunnel. But what I wanted to talk about today is November and what it means to me. It's Hip Hop History Month. It's my birthday month. It's grief month for me. And it's trauma month for me. Hey, bro. Hi, Melvin. That's right. Hi, Melvin. That's Melly Mel from Soundmasters. You know, I've been letting my hair down about this damn disruption, about this hip-hop history and how they picking and choosing. And I've been working on some stuff for some years, you know, through my grief and everything. Boy, I've been reflecting because, you know, I'm looking forward to doing a documentary because it's imperative. Because if not, and writing a memoir, because if not, they're not going to give and they're not trying to tell the true history. Because a lot of the pioneers, the real founders and pioneers of what became to hip hop history, didn't all start from the Bronx. And I stand on 4 points of the square. You got a lot of people, that are with the go along, get along because they were fans. But us that were there and helped shape it, like Melvin Bryant, Melly Mel from Cooper Projects, and real pioneers that I spoke to, because I was at Queens Library, because I got a court case going on with the Disco Twin, right? One of them, his case was dismissed because he didn't want to come to court because I was going to tear his behind out. But on technicalities, my case that I was bringing, and because a lot of the statutes had not been changed when Hochul enacted the Survivors Act, New York State Survivors Act, in the window, and I had requested an attorney because even with a background as a paralegal, when you're doing on that high level trauma and you recapiting, it's no way. And I'm taking care of two grandkids that lost both parents, that have special needs, and they have trauma on top of that. And Lord knows I got it, but I've always been damn crazy. What you see is what you get. And I take ownership up to that. But however, I said, you know what, let me stop allowing people to figure that I can't come no places and I can't go certain places. This cat, I ain't saying no name. Oh, did I say that? Oh, excuse me. The damn twins, not the other ones. I guess that sounds better. Because he running around, people filing a complaint. Meanwhile, for a couple of years, they've been whispering, freaking crapping on my name, talking crap, trying to get me blackballed. I haven't received the proper citations that I should have. Neither has Melvin and the Sound Masters from Cooper Projects, and so Jamaica Sounds. I could name so many. And then you got cats talking about there was 2 in Queens. Well, you had to be there because I seen a lot of them come in, and my cousins, Atomic Sounds, so many. You got Brain Damage, but Jamaica Sounds, because I played more than one time. I remember as a kid, Cypher's in there, but everybody's with this go along, get along, because what they've done is they've made these 2 guys that, yeah, they had a sound system, but niggas done played up against them when they didn't have a sound system. Am I right or wrong, Melvin? Melvin is a real one. I met Melvin when in high school, when we started at Grover Cleveland High School. He was there. I was the only female MC. Cheryl James from Salt and Pepper was not MCing. I told him the other day in Queens, right, in the library, that, what our relationship was and the history, because everybody running to this one single female in the Bronx. And, I like her style and everything, but I don't like that shady shit they did. I really don't. Because I was there 2016. I had my freaking shoulder was out of whack, but I went up there anyhow because I had been all over, right? And so I know, because I was one of them kids that left home, that was all over the place, had older cousins and the whole gamut, right? But I went to the library, and I also went and sat with the Hip Hop Museum. And the reason I had bought intellectual property, some stuff that I had in my bag now, I'm still collecting, right? These niggas got a whole damn false narrative. And they want little old me to be quiet. Well, if you know, I ain't going to be quiet for so long, because wherever I got and wherever I went and wherever I flowed, I was just the same person. Because, they talk about hip hop being a lifestyle. Yeah, but it's deeper. Yeah, it was a lifestyle. It was a personality. It was all that before the square pegs came over and took it to another level. Like my history goes so deep that D from Run DMC used to DJ for me in junior high school. And I'm the only female that he can say that he did that with. Hurricane too. They leaving out Born that we all grew up with. I was all over them. But before I go on a damn tangent, so I would go up there in Queens Library because this cat is getting his ass whooped in court because, we in trial. And the reason why I could talk about it, I was like, damn, I ain't got no damn gag order, right? He done ran all over the place and I see people capping. I see, the motion because I pay attention, right? Nigga lying, and that's a shame because I know who they are and I know what they did and I know how they flowed and I knew how they put me and my daughter in harm's way. Now, one thing that was not true and that was half true, and I had to bring the person that initially introduced me to them. She said at the age of 13, right? And how she witnessed me rock out with them, right? Rock out with them on A Street, Astoria. This is like when I was 6, right, Melvin? I'm telling you, a lot of people ask me, damn, you still doing it? A lot has happened, y'all. So I got to open up these throat chakras. And I'm sure I can because I done built a damn studio and I'm looking for people to work with. I can't be running around. It's not realistic for me to be doing all these damn tours and all of that stuff. It's not realistic. She testified about me Queens and Brooklyn Day in Flushing Meadow Park, right? She testified also about how she met me in South Jamaica, Queens, right? And how I was already emceeing and how and right? She also talked about me in the group home on Linden Boulevard, right? And she also talked about, it was him over there that took her in the damn basement. That shit was funny. This damn thing, it's a closed court, but ain't no gag order. No, don't tell me no cease and desist. Because this nigga trying to act stupid in that Queens Library. And I see what's going on. And I'm like, nigga, I ain't messing with none of y'all. Y'all can't get none of my shit. I scanned, I think, like 2-3 things in Queens Library. They came out. This is years ago before my daughter died. Before my daughter died, my godson got murdered. His mother, Kim, was found decomposing in 2020. That's a lot. And then I had to help her sisters coordinate to get the stuff out her apartment, and they hadn't cleaned their apartment. So I'm seeing liquid and pieces of her hair, and this was my damn girl. So niggas don't even know what I've been contending with. You understand? And if you've seen the things and experienced what I've seen, you wouldn't be too wrapped too tight either. But, I believe in therapy, and I'm holding it down because I'm a trooper. I'm a warrior. But the bottom line is this. It's going down. And I'm like, you know what? They say November is Hip Hop History Month. They ain't calling me. I'm sorry, y'all. One of my mini me's is calling me. Because I hope somebody ain't calling them and say, oh, your mother is going in. She's going off. But the bottom line, I'm telling the truth. And the thing that I got with this damn hip hop museum, because like I said, it was in 2016 when all the females was together, and Angie Stone was there, Sequence was there, I was there, because I was hearing about it. And then the freaking chicks was trying to create this narrative, and I'm going around here asking, because yeah, Sharrock was the first to appear on national TV, and she was one of the first to be in a group. But even people that live in the damn Bronx, right? Because I was saying it seemed like it was Pebbly Pool, and I knew some other chicks that was in the Bronx, and everybody still ain't alive because they got caught up in different things. And I've been trying to think, who the hell was I? First time I heard a chick on an echo chamber was in Harlem, and it wasn't neither one of them. And she was talking about Nikki Barnes, y'all, and that shit was so fly to me. And people are questioning my age. Look, I was a badass, point blank. Period. I had stuff going at home, and I was just built different. So I was all over the place. So here I go from firsthand experience, and I know what was going on in the South too. So I know some of this stuff that they trying to lay out ain't true. Then they talking about the stuff in the flyers and stuff. And of course, I had flyers, and Melvin, he was firsthand. Hopefully, you ain't got to come up and testify, Melvin. But you know, the judge was saying, the attestation. I said some of these people live out of state. You understand? But I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give you a snippet in the history since Melvin is here on the live, right? I was talking to Chuck the other day because I used to be hit and miss because I was already all over the place, out of the boroughs, up in Yonkers. I was all over. And that's what I told Kaz. And I used to like Kaz. But that shit that they pulling, I don't really like that. And then I found out all them niggas done got teenage girls pregnant, all of that stuff, and all of this. And y'all harboring this and y'all ain't getting to the true history. That pisses me off. Now, Melly Mel, I was telling Chuck, not Melly Mel from the Furious Five, right? Talking about Melly Mel, Soundmasters, the cousin to the Parkers brothers. Now, I told them niggas a long time ago, I got a lot of history because a lot of the historians, even with Rock the Bells, they, hip hop, rap enthusiasts, think they know all the history. And of course, they look at the females and especially me and say, what the hell she know? Because of these damn twins, right? I ain't start rocking out with them damn twins. I was introduced by this chick because I had to find her and say, you knew them niggas was like that? Because at the end of the day, I was their worst nightmare, and I guess I'm their even worst nightmare even now because I'm talking. Because they niggas trying to do some conspiracy crap like they did. What was the name of that guy that got shot? One of the DJs from Ravenswood, Melvin. One of the guys in the crew did time for that, and them niggas orchestrated that. See, I'm coming out with the damn clause. But before tangent, when I was talking about Chuck and I was talking about the Parker brothers, I was like, that was Melvin's cousins. Melvin learned his technique and everything from the Parker's brothers. You get what I'm saying? And some other particulars. But everybody, you mentioned Cooper Project, even Barshawn, Terrible Tie. I remember when I was homeless, my mother threw me out her damn place because she was crazy as shit. That's why I left her house in the beginning, and that goes deep, But I was only in that hotel, in the Crown Hotel on 44th Street for 3.5 months. But Terrible Tie, told Melvin, I seen Shorty, I was asking she all right, she need me to look out for her, and I was one to hold my own. It wasn't really embarrassed. I just had this nigga I had to get rid of, which was my daughter's father. It's crazy, but I'm a survivor. But the story about the Parker brothers, right? And the Soundmasters, cousin Brucey, even Barshawn know from Queensbridge. When you mention cousin Brucey, the Soundmasters, Melly Mel, and Cooper, Brooklyn, them niggas was very special. I ain't even gonna hold you. They were real ones, and their system, their technique was awesome. And little Corey D, right? Now I done spoke to all of these people within my grief, within me, my godson getting murdered 6 weeks after my daughter died on Thanksgiving and my birthday, and her apartment in front of the kids and shit. It's been crazy. And I had to leave that chick Barbara the hell alone, because that was another crazy scene. This nigga talking about, I'ma bring her ass to court. Y'all, you want to bring her to court? You know, that was a friend of me. These niggas is praying and stuff. And it's different when, you know, there was always girls around the crew. But when you start crossing the line with underage kids and doing this old crazy foul shit, and you got ulterior motives, and that shit ain't cool. That ain't cool. I don't give a fuck if it's a girl, boy, or whoever. You know, I don't care. Any event, them damn niggas up there in Cooper, and we kind of meshed because I was the same sort. I had been out young. My cousin, Jamaica, was part of the Seven Crowns. I lived in St. Albans with the Riggins, and if anybody knows Nadine, her ass was a piece of work too. Let me say this too. Nobody knows, that they don't want to hear that the Riggins was part of the Frisco girls from East New York. See, I was trying to put all these pieces to the puzzle, but these niggas got all this narrative and they got all this money. And you know what people do in money and power and all this stuff. I already know what you do. But you know, so that's East New York. That's DJ Wise, Father You Breaker, all of that. They come before Jay-Z and all of that. And they started in 1976. So I got their information and interview because, like I said, we grew up on the same block until they moved to Brooklyn. And I went out to Brooklyn to the east and did my thing. And I know what they did in Brownsville. They come before the Playgirls. So these niggas, they want to hit you over the head about them. And I like the Mercedes ladies. I remember everybody was coming to Queens, or people was coming to Brooklyn. But see, something special about Cooper Projects, because that was Greenpoint's section of Brooklyn, and they did their own thing. And them niggas was nothing to play with. They carried toolies. You know, they was real ones, and they rolled together. It was Nelvin and Big Fernando that came up to the T Connection when I was with the twins at the T Connection. The niggas had me carrying my daughter's father's machine gun to get up in there. And them niggas is lying because they got this falsified flyer. But I had made another series of flyers so that they would be able to go in there with my damn name. Boop! Right, Melvin? Yep. And we didn't know for years what happened, and niggas lied. They called the police because they was scared they was going to get their equipment ripped off. And they had asked me, did I know about, I know about the Bronx, because I was up there in 1978 with some kids in the home with Disco King Mario. So that's how I know all of this stuff is factual. And before a lot of them was Disco King Mario, that's how I met Theodore. That's how I met Pow Wow and all of them. You understand? And I agree with Mr. Biggs, because Biggs, like, he know I met Biggs too, but I don't know. Niggas capping, they don't remember me or whatever the hell, because I was smaller and I had all this hair, right? It wouldn't be for years later that we found out what the hell had happened at the T Connection. That nigga done disclosed in the library about the T Connection. We were scared. But them niggas won't say that Shorty Tee was a real one and she was carrying a machine gun, and how I knew that it was the Thule, because I got a baby by their friend that they stole the fucking building from on 8th Street. Them niggas is up there talking about, yeah, Nas mentioned him on 8th Street. Nigga, you swindled the nigga out of his building, dummy. And I don't even talk to fucking loops, but And I told Loops I would have never moved in. The nigga said this. Call whoever you want to, because I'm going in, nigga. Shit. Sick of this shit. They got public officials don't want to honor me, and I'm from St. Albans, Farmers, Hollis, on Woodhall, because they talking about I ain't got enough stuff. See, these niggas was trying to get my intellectual property. But when them twin, that twin freaking distorted my damn tape for Russell, and then my song got stolen, Party Time, and my chorus and hook was used, and it's been sampled 20 times, them niggas don't want to say nothing. So this business has been shiesty. I don't care what color, who color it is. It's been shiesty when it went commercial. And this is why a lot of the pioneers did not cross over, and little Corey D did not cross over, because he said them niggas was trying to, and that's nice. And Tony from Cooper Projects, they had so many pioneers. Oh, Henry with the fucking candy bar, right? All of these catchphrases, right? And I experienced this live. I was there. They got Melly Mel running around. People are saying stuff and they wasn't there. These damn fucking guys talking about she was 5 years old, nigga. Why was y'all messing around with kids? That's what I want to know. Shut the hell up. And they knew I was nothing to play with. I don't know why. Your niggas should have paid me then, pay me now, or pay me fucking later. Talking about she lost her job. Niggas, damn right I lost my fucking job. Now your niggas need to pay me. Somebody need to pay me, because this shit ain't going away. Anyway, Lil Corey D, everybody knew his ass was nice. From Brooklyn. They don't know the history. I said, shit, this better not. I said, shit, because everybody gonna get paid after this. All the real pioneers are gonna get paid, because we gonna tell our goddamn story. And I'm a Tillman. So all these gatekeepers that keep talking about L, and my daddy was a Tillman, so I ain't never been married. I'm a Tillman. George Tillman, Soul Food. My mother was in Owens, right? Dana Owens. She don't know we cousins, but we are her father. Anyway, we got other options. And I belong to the National Association of Black Female Executives in Music and Entertainment. We're all over the world, okay? Now, I'm going to put a disclaimer. You know, I'm not associating this, what I'm dispelling, with NAFM. You know, that's separate. But I'm a member, and they can't control over what I say and however. So I have possibilities, you know. And my thing is, it's a shame that I'm one of the first to do it in Queens. And I seen Sweet Tea. I've asked Jazzy Joyce whether or not she got tapes, because I remember running up on them. That was after me. All these people got deals, and they say, oh, she's mad, she's jealous. No, because y'all ain't get paid. You know, and you're running, okay, y'all had a mentor. You understand? But that ain't everybody's mentor, because I know myself and a lot of people from the Bronx. I remember the first chick that I heard from the Bronx, and I heard some of them, was Pebbly Pooh, because her ass was nice. I respected that. Before I heard of damn Shara, she got up there and Tammet, Pebbly Pooh, and all that stuff. And this is all while I'm grieving my daughter. But see, I already been in the streets. I know how females do. I know how they rock out. I was there at the Alabama room. I know I'm all over the place, but I'm spilling the truth too. And I'm going to get back to the Sound Masters, right? Reggie Wells, Harlem, because I used to hang out in Harlem too. One of my friends, Rose, out there, because I knew she was one of my girls that hung out with Rose. You know what I mean? And a cat named FM, you know, New Alpo, you know, one of my friends, I think she used to date him. I think Anne Maria is one of the ones that had the baby by him. I'm not for sure. I'm trying to find out that, but we had some dealings. So yeah, I'm taking care of these kids and trying to get all of this stuff together, because that shit this is going to go somewhere else. Niggas, they done threatened me, Melvin. Yo, they threatened me. Lady from the museum said about the Africa Bambaataa. I didn't know it was so deep about Africa Bambaataa, but everybody knew. You understand? Everybody knew. Whether or not in the industry or not. And that's the bottom line. And my thing is that people like that need to get some damn help. You understand? And Bam, not to take nothing from him, Bam could play his ass off because I've seen him play, and I met Bam not with the damn twins and not with them, with him coming out of their house when they lived in Corona. I met Bam through Mario, and I was there when Mario orchestrated all of that stuff at the Audubons. And no, I didn't MC at that particular time. And Mario also is related to Doris Dockery. Now, when I lived in the Bronx, at 1060 Sherman Avenue, me and Doris, she knew I was an MC. I was trying to get her daughter to come in. That's little Eve with Vicious V. You understand? It's a whole damn history. I've been putting all of this stuff together. And these niggas running around in Queens like they some damn gods. Niggas, my daughter died. You understand? I'm not freaking playing about my firstborn. But meanwhile, back at the ranch, Soundmasters. Everybody knows Soundmasters would come out to Queensbridge Park and play. Soundmasters, when Roxanne Shante came out, right? I was out before her, of course, because I'm older. And I respect everything she did. And I know what she had to go through. And I'm going to leave it like that. You understand? I got a picture with Soundmasters. I was thinking we was in Cooper. No, Melvin and them niggas was crazy. I'm telling you. And I always liked it, that edgy shit. Because I was, you know, I'm a little touchy myself, but I just didn't go to jail because I never wanted to go to jail. We went in Queensbridge looking for her. When I heard there was a little girl that was battling the guys, because I used to do that because it was just only me. And I was at the Fantasia sneaking in there with Future Sounds and Lucius, Lou. So, you know, like I said, I know all of this history because I was there and experienced and went through it. But we didn't find her that day, right? Right, Melvin? Nope, we didn't find her. We never found her. Until, you know, other stuff. I had moved in with the girl Barbara on Woodhall because I knew stuff was going to pop off in the area because you just knew because it was so many creative talents. Now they got this guy with the tapes. Now, you know, I knew that he wasn't really around us and he was considered a punk, but everybody got to make a living. But now he want to be a historian. Then somebody else came later on and hollers, but your niggas didn't know about me in the Love Nest. But, you know, I ain't a fucking pioneer. But Soundmasters, I remember one story. Melvin got the damn stories. Oh, my God. You know, so he's a pioneer. And y'all need to be paying them pioneers, Melvin. We ain't giving up no stories for free. I'm just giving you a snippet about them twins. They ain't give a fuck about them damn twins. I remember when the niggas gonna have me, I was in court the other day, right, last week. Nigga said, my brother put her in A Street because she didn't have nowhere to live. Motherfucker, I'm about sick of your ass lying. I swear. I couldn't even freaking get into my shit at the library because I kept thinking, I was like, oh God, if I flip out, then they're going to have justification to bar me from the Queen's Library. And I ain't giving them this power because I need to be able to get this damn history out and see what the hell is going on because it's all this conflict of interest, right? This nigga going to say in court that I didn't have nowhere to go. I was living in the damn Bronx. I could have stayed in the Bronx with the raccoons with Doris Dockery. Her is Deuce Peso, who is Little Eve, which was one of the dope female MCs from the Bronx, her and Vicious V, and these niggas ain't telling the story. They want to minimize, but you're a historian. You had to be out there and you had to be into some mischief and you had to know niggas that was about that life. And we were kids, and Soundmaster was one of them. I'll tell y'all another story which messed me up with this girl fucking Barbara. And I had no business being placed in that house. We got kicked out the group home. And I felt bad because we was going to all the jams and I had all these places and stuff. And that wasn't it. But that's for the movie. So I figured, let me go to what's familiar. And, you know, everybody got an open house mother and stuff. And people got issues. We all got stories. I ain't going to downplay that. But I beat her up because she was being disrespectful. Now, everybody knew in junior high school, even in elementary at 118, that I was a cute kid and I had talent, but I was nothing to play with, even little. I was born this way. My father was hardcore. Anyhow, she wasn't talking to me. She had a birthday party up in Woodhall. She really didn't know how the streets was in the territorial. And this had to be in 79, maybe. I know it was in 1980. She invites cats down from Farmers Boulevard and probably Hollis too. Right, Melvin? You know I ain't lying. And she invites the cats from Cooper Projects. Now, these niggas from Cooper Projects, they never went nowhere without carrying tools. Because that's how Brooklyn was. I knew how Brooklyn was in the kids' home because a couple of guys used to come out to Linden Boulevard to see us in the group home on 203rd, my friend Sweeney. And one time she started talking to me because she wanted me to cook because I cook and everything. Right? And nobody was there. Epic Sounds, I think, was playing because I played with Epic Sounds too. That's how I kept my skills together. Cecil and all of them. Like I said, I didn't play with every damn body. The freaking full moon and the whole spot was bum rushed. And I think less than 15 minutes, something happened in the living room. And them niggas from Cooper, somebody got hit with the back of the damn gun. And her father, her adopted father was there, Keith's father, because that ain't her biological father. Bring her ass to court. Bring her to court, please. Right? He was like, they asked me what to do because I always had the plans, always been that way. I said, everybody got to go because I knew how Farmers get down and I knew how Hollis get down and I knew how fucking Cooper Projects got down. That party had to be shut down and there was blood all over the walls and we had to clean that shit. And that is when I should have said, get the fuck out this house. Because it was a bad juju. And at that, I'm going to leave it alone about Cooper Projects. Nope. St. Gabriel's. Niggas got flyers. I got people still trying to find tapes on it. Melvin, if y'all get tapes, I got to call Tony O'Henry. I got his number. And I've been running into people like on a whim. That's how I know that I'm flowing and I'm doing the right thing. Because these niggas, they got some old shady, crappy stuff going on. And they ain't got the history right. And even Mario's brother, right, said they lying because it was Big J and Big Mike. 1977, I was in a small town called Columbia, North Carolina, Terrell County, at Billy Wood's place, and I made history by rapping with them. And they had all of that sold down. So I'm like, how the hell y'all gonna say everything happened in the Bronx? Yes, Flash was nice. That nigga was nice. I also remember from the Frisco girls, I done got so much damn history, that Flash was going with a chick named Gloria. How was Gloria? And I'm going to leave it at that. Y'all don't want me to start coming out here with these damn claws, and that's why this shit is secreted. But my thing is, y'all need to right the wrong because you got niggas that's really fucking sick doing crazy stuff. Because I ain't never gonna forget how some chicks was doing freaking cartwheels and what them niggas did. And them niggas think because the case was dismissed on the federal level that they out of fucking hot water. And I had somewhere to go. I'm like, these niggas is sick. These two brothers. But I was their worst nightmare. Anywhere I went, I always gravitated to the ballers and the people that was out about that smoke. And I always got freaking respect. And I wasn't necessarily with anybody. I was by myself because I had to learn how to survive early on. Yes, I was born with a silver spoon till my parents split. My mother had issues. So what I advocate for is the love of music because the Tillmans have always been involved because I've done some research to try to keep the anxiety. I'm in therapy because I've been through a lot. Like I said, Kim was found decomposing, and I wasn't even talking to her because I was mad that I felt like she put Omaree in harm's way. She wasn't looking out for my daughter. We was each other's kids, godparents. And then it was just too much for her to like kind of withstand. And I was her only kid. And a mutual friend said she was heard about my daughter. And, like I said, I was just kind of different from everybody. Leaders lead, followers follow, right? And, so when she was discovered like that, and then, her two younger sisters know, my history, because they remember young, I was all over the place. I got to get attestations from them, because I'm going on a political level too, because young niggas, something is going on up there, And for me not to get my proper stamp on history, because I am history, made history, even in IS 238, even in 192, even in Grover Cleveland High School, because that's how I got to the mini school, is because I was living in that crazy damn house that I shouldn't have been in. And nobody was really looking out for the kids. So I'm an advocate for the damn kids. I'm an advocate. I know what it took for me to survive as well. But I freestyled because I forgot to do my homework because I was smoking so much weed back then, because where I lived at, we was allowed to smoke weed. We smoked weed with her. She had problems, and I feel for that whole damn lineage line. People don't understand, because this stuff that's going on is a social crisis. You understand? And something's got to be done about it, because a lot of people and a lot of kids and a lot of pioneers didn't survive it. And that's the bottom line. And that's real talk. But Grover Cleveland High School, in my English class, I freestyled, and my English teacher could not believe. Like, he was asking me, what is that? What you doing? And also, I had my own freaking graffiti artist, which I'm trying to find because I found other stuff, SBA. And here's the hit. He wasn't a black dude. I believe he was Italian. He was a white dude, but that was his tag, right? And, and finding different things. So that ain't for me to be running saying, here, I want you to acknowledge me here. Because, see, them niggas jerked me early on in the damn business. And then with the twins, I ain't say which ones. When them niggas convinced me to move from Brooklyn, from the Bronx, I had somewhere to go. I had Section 8. They had raccoons up there in the Bronx. Me and my old partner, Silk, I found her silk and lace, right? I know this live is going to last for 30 days, but I'm going to make a double copy for when niggas be in court. Don't send no cease and desist. Cease and desist. Cease and desist. Nigga running around scared to come out. I'm going to get order protection, but nigga was in my hometown for a long time. I couldn't even enjoy the 50th anniversary in Queens, bitch. I had a special pass to go back there. They all up in Bob Lee. They he and ha-haing. I'm like, yo, motherfuckers, niggas in Astoria didn't respect them. Especially when that nigga kicked my door in. Because nigga tried to get me for my money. Look, I don't play about mine. And I'm by myself. My cousin Jamaica was in jail. And he ran with the crowns. If anybody know me, I held my own. I had to be this way. And then when somebody heard about it in the back, I ain't gonna say no name. And my daughter that passed used to be like a robot, telling it. And the girl that came to court, she told it. Because she used to watch Alexia. That's how deep this shit is. Fuck, I ain't holding. It's almost 8 years since my child freaking died. And she was traumatized. Unfortunately, mom thought she was getting the deal and thought she was in a safe place. And the nigga set her up to try to do a number on her. And that is the nut in a nutshell. Charles Burgers, Mr. C. He's a prominent DJ over there in Albany Projects. I knew people in Albany Projects too. All the toolies, like I said. Had I known what I know now, I wouldn't be here. But anyway, this one cat that I was dating was like, word, I never liked them niggas anyway. And the guy that would become my father, my daughter's father, right? The real owner of 8-09 Astoria Boulevard, Michael Loops Johnson, right? That they stole his building from, right? Is the one that loaned us that freaking machine piece to go in the T connection, right? And, people like that, everybody know him in the community. He is the one that saved that nigga's life because we was in my apartment. I never liked them niggas like that. Nigga gonna say, oh, she liked me to the judge. Motherfucker, I ain't never liked you. I thought y'all was just a hot freaking crew and that y'all was on the up and up. And y'all niggas is nasty and you're fucking, you're freaking sketchy and etchy. That's what it is. That nigga would pull out his tools because the nigga went downstairs in the basement, cut my fucking lights off. And this nigga gets up there in the fucking courtroom and talk about, oh, my brother she had nowhere to go. No, I asked just like I was anybody else. You know, apartment, because the Bronx is a special place. They say that's the home of the hip hop, but that shit is very special. But I survived it. And like I said, Deuce Peso, when I look at him, he's a new rap artist. He signed to Jim Jones. I knew his father. Father Daryl was a real one. And the chick that set up Daryl, I had beat her ass. That's why I was trying to move out from the Bronx, because she left my baby. I was in college trying to get my bachelor's at NYIT. And she leaving the kids in the house to go cop dope. Whatever the hell. And when I seen on Pennsylvania Avenue some years ago, because I had met up with Doris, may she rest in peace. I was gonna whoop her ass again for GP on how she set Daryl up. So yeah, I know this is a freaking lifetime story. It's a fucking segment. So, I think outside the box because I look so square and people don't really understand, you know, I live this stuff. So hip hop is something that you lived. You understand? Along with them damn, the elements was already here because I even asked a lot of cats from the garage because I was going to the garage at 16. You were too young. My friends were older. My cousins were older. And I don't want y'all to say that shit again. She was too young. You niggas, y'all don't know how I lived. But y'all know today. Okay? Tell a fucking friend, tell a fucking friend. Still about that. But I'm a little more cool and serene. Yeah. That's the story on that. These niggas undermined it and stole his damn building because he became his worst customer. I'm talking about the building on 8th Street. And what the hell they think happened, you know, and it don't even fucking matter. The bottom line is that I wind up having a daughter that saved my damn life. And that's the blessing. And I want that nigga to tell Loops that is not his daughter. Anybody that know fucking Loops knows that my daughter came out with that lip. And that's that. And that's my daughter. And out of the 15 or maybe 20 kids he got, I'm the only one he paid child. Listen, I got to pat myself on the shoulder about that one. Yeah. But anyhow, that nigga didn't know they was selling it. And I told the nigga because had I known they was taking over the building, I would have never moved down there with Section 8. And I come to find out I wasn't even supposed to be in there. Because there was a lot next door and it was wrecked. And that nigga Loops put his hands on me because I told him there's a baby rat and I'm scared to death upstairs in my apartment because I hadn't wanted nothing to do with that other nigga because I never liked him from the gate and there's a whole bunch of other shit behind it. You understand? Because they put everybody in a box. That shit got to stop. You know, and they getting all these accolades and nigga, I know their whole backstory. That nigga, I remember him seeing me talking about, you just need to shut up. I ain't never denied it. She need to shut up. Motherfucker, not shutting up. Yeah. My daughter Alexia, man, went through a lot. We went through a lot. We survived it, but my daughter was forever changed. And, you know, it breaks my heart. I ain't going to start crying because the niggas recorded the whole damn, somebody sent them the whole, when I finally, after all the many years, I cried. Like, I took my grandkids, freaking ACS, the Adult Protective Services, all them people in there that was supposed to help my daughter and my grandkids. Them niggas covered that it up. And because I wouldn't kiss no rings, everybody ain't going to kiss no rings. Everybody ain't going to brown nose. Everybody got a story. Some stories is deeper than others. And it just so happens that mine is one of them deep stories. And I'm here while all of those other kids that went through something that was housed in QSPCC on Union Hall Street within the 5 boroughs didn't survive. And all we had is this thing called hip hop. And I shared this on Layla Will's platform. And people say, oh, she being quiet because Layla is taking care of the stuff with the Black Panthers. She got into this because of Africa Bambaataa. I didn't get into all of this because of Africa Bambaataa. I didn't give a fuck. Was it him, whoever, every damn body. It's because my story, what I went through, I'm still healing. And them niggas got the nerve to discredit me. And I didn't do too well in Queens Library because this motherfucker standing in the back, y'all, looking like You the mean one, Mr. Gritch. And I wanted to start freestyling and talking about his ass, but I was like, nah, be on your best behavior. And he's sitting in the audience, he in a protest, and them niggas is trying to treat him like he's some damn royalty. They ain't no fucking gods. Yes, when it comes to techniques, you got to give people their props, right? But the bottom line, there's a lot of cleaning up and there's a lot of accountability to what happened way back when. And for me, um, for me, I would say that a lot of us that appreciated music and that it was exposed to the band culture and what was going on, for me, it would be Queens, right? And then, getting out. And then also, not only Queens, from North Carolina. My brothers, they didn't grow up with me, right? But they could sing. My mother could sing, and beautiful voice. From the Baptist church, she started going to the hall. But I could go on a tangent. So my thing is, I didn't need anybody to like put a battery in my back. And like I told her, she is a historian. She's a landmark preservation. But I thank God for that other level of healing that I needed to, because all of this goes back to my daughter. You understand? Like, and I have to always heal, like, damn, why the hell did I allow myself to be groomed and manipulated back for all of this other stuff for me to survive? You know? And I would like to get him, because that nigga Loops know I'll cuss him the fuck out. And that nigga be calling my daughter and shit. But I was always like that. And I remember, and them niggas ran around said I was on crack. I was never on no fucking crack. Was I? Anybody that know, niggas would say, nah, her ass wasn't on that shit. You know. My friend Lisa from St. Albans. I've had a lot of betrayal. So I had to move differently, and I had to hold a lot of trauma. And I think, and like I had said, when I was sitting there with, when it was called the Universal Hip Hop Museum, the suggestions, and what the hell was her name? Renee Foster? Yeah, she the one that said, you better protect your legacy, right? She whispered in my ears at the Queens Hip Hop Summit. And y'all know, people that know, y'all know I'm fucking crazy. My daughter was crazy too. She got it from my mama. And niggas that really know, they're like, damn, she was just a little skit of her mother. Her mother came up there, something wrong with my daughter when she was on the street. Nigga, you put your hands on my daughter, you got problems. And I got family members that's we gonna rock out too, you know. But she was like, you better protect your legacy. Well, chick, I'm protecting my goddamn legacy. I'm protecting my legacy and I'm protecting everybody else's too. But them niggas that you're rocking and rolling with, you better get them goddamn birthdays so you'll have that shit on display. You better get them. Because I am not freaking playing. Get what I'm saying? So whoever it applies to, don't let it fly. This is real. You every year. Let me tell you what else, y'all. Let me tell you what else. I delivered a baby on my damn bed. I ain't never been in no damn scene what the hell went on at 8th Street. Never. Never. My daughter might be mad, but I'm glad they already paid for my damn cruise, because she's a piece of work too. But I thank God I had my daughter. I don't give a fuck who was it by. Let's get that straight. So don't keep assassinating me. You had a baby by Loops. Yeah, I did, and a whole lot of other people too. That nigga was giving out community service. He ain't get nothing for free. And that's that. You understand? My daughter's 32 years old. She got a master's degree. She is accepted by her family. And the Johnson's family is like the goddamn sororities out there in Astoria. You know, and if I could have been put in a different situation, I would have. Bottom line. But my daughter had to see me deliver a damn baby, crack damn baby. Shit is crazy. Like I said, niggas talking about I didn't have nowhere to stay. Shit, I was paying rent. When all that shit happened, I stopped paying my portion of rent. Fuck out of here. This nigga put me in harm's way. I ain't doing that. And I was working. I was working on Steinway Street. When I fucking left, I had a deal on the table with Atlantic Records. I couldn't even fucking take it because my daughter refracted her arm because I went to go see one of my boys. You know, he was a rich white guy up there in on the east side because he was giving me money so I could get the hell out of damn Astoria because that nigga was all fucked up with the goddamn seizures and shit like that. Man, listen, my daughter was traumatized and I was too. Fuck out of here. Like they did something. Then next thing I turn around, I come by there to get mail. That nigga had wired my damn Con Edison. And I know that damn nigga Loops will keep rocking with them till the wheels fall off. But them niggas that nigga been dragging your ass in court, you big dummy. And I told you, what the fuck? You had them niggas switched in there. This is after I moved in there. Because if I'd have known them niggas was taking over that, I would have never moved in there. Fuck out of here. You stupid? Because I was going to get another apartment. It was just that I had Section 8. And I said, and the niggas that I was new up there in the Bronx was some heavy damn hitters, but they wanted to take them, the girl out that set damn Daryl up. And now I feel bad because I should have stayed up there and let them niggas did that because I feel like Daryl would have still been alive and Doris wouldn't have lost her damn son. To be honest, shit. Fuck around with me now. My daughter's been saying for a long time, they said, Mom, they're going to ban you off the... No, they ain't. If they do, they do. I got my YouTube channel. I'm live on here too. Tell me I'm lying. Oh, I'm an hour in. I got to go in some more. I got about another half an hour to spare. And, but anyway, I felt sorry for Loop's ass. I said, what kind of mortgage they took out? A balloon. Oh, shit, you going to lose your shit. I told that nigga. I told that dumbass, had that building for some odd years. I'm like, them niggas had me in a messed up situation and they standing up there like some goddamn heroes. Y'all niggas better run because I ain't fucking playing. You and your whole goddamn crew because I believe in freak funkin' and boogaloo. You know, so yeah, I'm getting a lot of this stuff off my chest and I may be doing it and a lot of you all may not like it, but I don't care because I got some work to do, you know. But yeah, I would kind of pause, you know, and then you got these niggas that don't even really know the deal. Or some of them do, but they don't even care. Because evidently I keep asking, what is this hidden start in hip-hop culture? This pretty, you know, pretty so-and-so. Is that part of this culture? Us architects, us real pioneers wasn't with that shit. Because I can say with a lot of them with respect, if it was some girls or whatever the hell they was doing, they was of age. They was of age. Now, you other freaking so-and-sos, and if the shoe fits, you fucking wear it. You wear it. You wear it. Y'all was doing that other shit and think it was funny passing fucking kids around, destroying their damn lives. And you got niggas up here talking about it did more good than harm. No, it did a lot of harm. And that's where I come in at. Because I survived to tell the damn stories of probably countless others that are no longer here. Freaking Powwow is the one that really, helped out with Zulu. And I don't think he was with that. And everybody damn had a damn story. But you ain't giving him as much prestige as your shit because Powwow, that nigga was nice on a fucking mic. Same thing with Cowboy. I was out there in Astoria with a live, and this is a true damn story. Because I'm a real one. They're going to say, oh, she waited so many years. You damn right. It's either now or fucking later. Cowboy didn't have nothing to eat. He was staying in Queensbridge. And I was not giving nobody no money for no damn drugs. I remember a chick took my money. I'd send her to go get me a little, powder to nose. And I ain't know you ain't supposed to send a crackhead to get no damn money. I said I could figure she knew what time it was with me, but they didn't. Because I was really pretty and flawless and long hair, nails, and, how us queens, we had a certain style out there in St. Albans and Hops. On that other side of Queens. But they didn't realize shit. I held my own by myself. She disappeared with my damn money and then went to Loop's house. And Loop said, yeah, right. Do you know what you did? Yes, I did. My mother would tell you. I used to have temper tantrums when we lived in East Elmhurst. She'd take me to the damn emergency. They say she's just having a temper tantrum, having a fit. Yeah, my father had a nasty temper. Some shit is inherited. Fuck out of here. So yeah. Cowboy, I'd sat and talked to him. Had to be at least a month and a half before he must have passed. And I didn't even know till a while later. I thought Cowboy at one time probably went into treatment or something like that because I wasn't messing around with substances like that. I really wasn't. I had a baby. I had a little girl. I was trying to finish up my degree. I was trying to, cross over commercially. And I wasn't even trying to fuck around with them damn twins again because of that nigga, them shit that happened with my damn demo with Russell Simmons. But niggas manipulate on a whole different level, especially when they older. And that's when I can go with Silk and Lace. Let me just stay on Cowboy for a minute. And, he talked, and I bet you half them niggas in Furious 5 didn't even come looking and talking about, well, they tried to. I don't even believe that shit. But that supermarket right across that street from the first park, I went and got him a sandwich, took him to get a sandwich, some chips, and I think some water, and a Pepsi Cola. So when you're talking about a female and trying to minimize my place in history, y'all got the wrong and the right chick. And no, that nigga couldn't come up to my house. And if he copped anything, I never seen him. I wasn't around like that. And these damn niggas here that made me fucking mad. Nigga came in my hood, and I'm sick of trying to cover him for people. Everybody wants to know from St. Albans, from Hollis, from all over the place, Springfield. I was all over and outside the fucking boroughs. Tapes went overseas. I still got I bought me a boombox. See? So I got to listen to some tapes to try to get them digitized, and the others with future sounds and stuff. I done put that shit on lock. Y'all better not give no tapes to that guy. None of mine. And I done told it, and I done told Lucius, and I done text him, and the whole gamut. And I mean that shit. They say, oh, she ain't got... Listen, you've been through what I've been through. It's a blessing I can remember my damn name. and I've been taking care of my grandkids. But yeah. So when your niggas be talking about real ones and talking about everything began and end there up in the Bronx, that ain't so. And I ain't eating into that damn fruit. Because I asked Cats Now Murder, why did you start DJing? Born McAllister. He said, because my father was a DJ and he was friends with Frankie Crocker. When did you get your DJ system, boy? Oh, I got it in 1977. Yeah, that would be the year that we was down there at your house. Boy used to come get me out the damn kids' home. When he found out I was over there on Linden Boulevard, Linden Group Home. I used to go over there to the Black Spectrum Theater because it used to be there on Linden. Because I loved, the artistry of music and stuff like that. That's why I said, you got to wait for the memoir. But yeah. Yeah, and the cats I'm talking to, I'm asking, same thing in East New York. Niggas, cats is saying like, no, even though, we wasn't there at the community center. But one thing I can tell you, and I was on live the other day with Michael Goody, because I know Goody remember me because I'm Jamaica little cousin. Like Father Tahim, all the niggas. When I came through Ajax Park with Casino, I popped up there because I started rapping and MCing in South Jamaica. Even though I've spoken to cats on the north side, and they said they was out early on and they was doing things, and they probably was, but I can only share about where I was and what happened. And I had to ask Mona, John, and Poe, and all of them sister. And if Mona was in them streets and we ain't nothing to play with. And, I gravitated to that. I was used to go at her house on the weekends. And like I told Jazzy G, nigga, stop talking like that because I remember you. And he like, and I know he felt awkward. Because when I told him one of the catchphrases that me and Spanky used to do out there in Lincoln Park, because they lived across the street. I said, what year was that? Because, they talking about timelines. What year? Because so I'm saying I'm not only going according to my timeline, I got to think back. Where was I at? What was going on? And all of that. And then I almost fell into the trick bag. Nigga said, Jasper from Jabby Jack from Queensbridge. When I got into my flow before my daughter died, I started getting into my cadence again because I got books and rhymes and shit that I had wrote and songs, and niggas was giving me stuff. Cats was trying to write for me from Queensbridge. This before Cold Chillin' and all of them came out. Because I was out there with Sound Masters and them damn twins on the mic. That's how Dimple D's knew me. But niggas is like, we gonna blackball her. Nigga, I'm used to being blackballed. I'm a freaking rebel. This is what this is about. You understand? I'm so deep in this damn culture. I can tell you certain people that was connected with the 7 crowns, that was with the royal crowns. And Cat'll tell you that. I go so deep in this. I remember Sabrina when 50 was little. And and all of that stuff. My cousin Jamaica, he was badass. And he used to hang out with Eric Adams. So when the nigga said, and she said something about the mayor, yeah, I respect your titles. And Eric probably ain't gonna, I ain't gonna say too much about Eric, but I'm gonna say, Eric, thanks for looking out for me. I appreciate it. And I'm gonna leave it like that. Because I had been emailing his ass on the low. And I done told him a few things or two. But if they thinking back, I don't know what the hell going on. But I know when money comes and there's power, they change the trajectory. I remember Kendu with Infinity Machine later. But I remember Goody for sure. And they didn't want me to talk, right, Kendall? I'm gonna keep on doing my thing, and I'll be back up to speed and up to par. You know, we really got some projects to work on. I gotta figure out who's trustworthy, that who ain't running behind the damn follow, because you're following the wrong motherfuckers. Because I declare, you know. Anyway, yeah, yep. I remember so many different things in the history. I've seen in a lot of places, you know, and been a lot of places. And I still have certain relationships, outside of who these gatekeepers are now. And what's so crazy is that cats knew that my financial situation shifted, but nobody wanted to acknowledge me. Nobody wanted to get my kudos. They put people in awkward positions because they know if they do certain things, they ain't gonna get in the museum. Well, the hell with that. I gotta pay my phone bill. Sorry about that, y'all. That's T-Mobile. I gotta pay my phone bill. But anyway, we was at. Okay. Yeah, so I know a lot of different things, and I know what distinguishes different, boroughs, because I've seen a lot. Because my boy, FM was a real one out there too. I don't know if he used to hang out with Richard Porter because I was a young teen. I had to be about 14. Rose lived out there in Harlem. And niggas keep saying, well, she was young. Nigga, we was up in the Lennox Lounge. Them, every place got a different damn meaning. And I wasn't with certain chicks, so they can't tell my damn story because I would just go off on my own any damn way. But yeah, FM and whoever know in Harlem would know this story too. Them niggas in Harlem used to play Russian roulette. And Ephraim got it one time, and I was brokenhearted. Because that was my dude. He looked out for me too. And I was a virgin. Them niggas wasn't nasty like that. Anyhow. That on that scenario. But back to Queens and Brooklyn. And the Queensborough president, right? Because Lucius Tyson, right? And the Future Sounds battled Cypher Sounds in Liberty Park. I was with them. That wasn't the first time. And when we called battles, we went back and forth. You know what I mean? You cut the system down, go on. One of the bigger ones was with Atomic Sounds, which was my cousin Hot, Jamaica, Contract, Southside 17, and all of them in Liberty Park. And what reminded me of what Disco King Mario used to do up there in Rosedale Park. And I know Pete and them had no inkling because I know them niggas wasn't up in the Bronx like that. My cousin Jamaican went up to the Bronx because he was with the Seven Crowns. And I had another cousin, what is it, Tony? Was in the Spades. Hubert's son. Uh-huh. I think, yeah, Hubert's son. Because who had Monique? I keep forgetting. I think it is either Bonnie Hill, or Stella Hill, because that's Faye's kids. And cousin Herbert lived in Flushing. And that's how the Spades got to Flushing. It's through my cousin who was up in the Bronx. But I'm waiting for him to call me and give me a background on that too. Everybody want to call. Yeah, I've been telling people, like, this is my birthday week. My daughter happened to die on my birthday and Thanksgiving. So yeah, I've been, surviving. If I had to sit on the pantry line, I sat on the pantry line to make sure the kids ate because we didn't qualify for SNAP, even though I own my own house. And had lost my job with the city because I wasn't kissing a ring. That nigga, I should have fucked his ass up because he thought I was gonna work for free. And if you was in the hip hop game and shows and stuff like this, messing around with them niggas didn't even pay you. I remember one time Melvin Bryant was there, and the niggas don't know people was there outside of this chick that's still I think she's still fan base. But she'll be my I don't give a fuck if your wife know who know. I ain't about that. I don't give a damn. You understand? But these niggas put out two separate sets of flyers. That's why I say that flyer bullshit is bullshit. Even though I finally got some flyers, right? But not all of them, because I think the niggas got a hold of my storage. And that was years ago. So that's why they've been, you got to connect the dots with these guys. Anyhow, I packed Queensbridge. We was in Grover Cleveland High School. I don't think Cheryl attended, but I think Dee Dee was there. But I knew this guy, Anthony. What's his name, Anthony? No, Thomas. Because I played at a house party at Thomas' house in 78. And also on Mangum, which Donovan Richardson grew up on Mangum, I did a house party there too. Same chick. Sometimes you have the damn frenemy right underneath you. And you don't realize, and then you never know a person until you live with them. And I'm going to leave it like that. But that was when we had the snowstorm. I ain't leave. I don't. Was I at home? I don't know. But anyway, we got snowed in. And I'm still trying to think who the hell was that, but trying to still get some of the memory. But yeah, they were perfect gentlemen. There was a bunch of boys up in there, perfect gentlemen, even though she was always a thought. But they made pancakes, breakfast, and everything. And then we had to walk in the snow because the snow was coming down. So that's why I couldn't leave the party. Yep. I got to talk to Lucius about that. But yeah, I'll be on Donovan's case, but I'm going to go have a nice meeting with them, all of them. Very diplomatic and format, because the bottom line where I'm going at is that we need another damn museum. And I ain't going to sugarcoat nothing. I ain't going to go tiptoe through the tulips with y'all. I ain't doing none of that. We need another museum because the museum, unfortunately, up in the Bronx has an agenda. And I feel, and I know from experience, because I was there with Paradise Gray and all of them said, yeah, they would have put me on. I'm glad they didn't, because they got robbed. And that's why I didn't sign with Sylvia Robinson. When I was looking for Cheryl, because Cheryl was looking for me at one point, Dee Dee had told me Cordelia went to 12 Cleveland High School. She used to mess around with a couple of them guys from Cooper Projects. Them damn Cooper guys was fly, Brooklyn, comparison to Queens. So we thought, but a guy's a guy. She's the one. I graduated out of college with my associate's degree. And she was like, Cheryl. I said, Cheryl who? She looking for you. Where you been? I was living in Far Rockaway. I got stories with Search. Yeah, me and Search went at it back and forth. Like I said, I was bad back in the day with the lyrics. Before my time, old things happen, trauma, complex trauma. All that is a true story and it impacts you. And been taking care of my grandkids and taking care of myself and all of that. But yeah, we was down there on Beat 17 and he co-signed that in front of Ralph McDaniels. And because of these niggas, they ain't giving me my props, which is crazy. So I think it's a lot of conflict of interest. And I know it's all political, and I know how the political stuff works because I worked in there. And I also was trained differently because I have an undergrad in public administration and public policy. I'm not a dummy. I was never a dummy back then as a kid. You know, I was very naive. But yeah. But Serge told him he remember, and I got stories about that too. So that's why I was like, I know what I'm sitting on. I know what I got. But y'all niggas keep running up there and all of that stuff. And I done told certain people. I was there. And, you know, people don't like the way I deliver it. But you can't amplify everything in the Bronx, whereas you got missing pieces and you got missing pieces of the timeline. In all seriousness, you're rocking and rolling with Herc, you know, but just like in all the boroughs, you had different DJs, you had different disc jockeys because on various different sections and areas. And, you know, I had seen the flyers on Herc and the Herculoids because the cats over there in Union Hall Street that was in the kids' home that was jostling and doing all of that shit and was waiting for court dates and all of that, they had to come to Queens. Just like I always say, rock steady. You know, I got stories about that, and it's never gonna change because I've been inboxing niggas. I done inbox Curtis Blow, you know, Hollywood. I like Hollywood, but I'm a little disdain about Hollywood. Hollywood was trying to get me to come out for years to the Bronx, to the Tools of War. And I couldn't make it Hollywood because my daughter, you know, had these problems from when we was living in Astoria. You know what I mean? And she was little. Not realizing that shit impacted her. You know? And these niggas want to run around and talk about, oh, and even if I was fucking cracked out, so what? You know how many years ago that was? 31 years. But I wasn't. You know? Them niggas need to be worried about their damn sister who was the damn real crackhead. Fuck out of here. Why would you, you know, say all sorts of stuff? And I was in Rainy Park and niggas got on the microphone. Didn't want to feed me and my grandkids. Niggas go in here and lie in the courtroom. Y'all niggas need to go to jail. Well, that one need to go to jail because the other one already knew her ass is fucking crazy. But I think what gets me, and I'm going to say this, and I think I'm going to shut up because I know I'm rambling and I'm going from inserts, but this is deep. And I need to be able to get all of this stuff off. And I got a therapist and I got all of that, you know, so don't think that I'm just crumbling apart. No. But what I must say is people will, and it's about us and it's about other people, but people in general, don't matter what skin color it is, they will orchestrate and they will wish for your freaking downfall. But when you rise above your situation or whatever it is, them niggas will still try to come around and they'll rub your arm and shit, and then they still come with the damn dagger. For instance, I had shared before that, you know, Spider T don't get enough accolades because he was also from St. Albans. And I had got connected with him with my friend Lisa Richardson that's no longer here too. And they were older than me, but I could hang out with them because I wasn't hanging out with that girl I was living with. I was just trying to pass the time through for my father to give me some money and set me up. And it was just crazy. And leave. And I got kicked out of there the day before. And I didn't go to no damn twins' house. Because when you know shit and you know how niggas are, you ain't going there to safe haven. That ain't no fucking safe haven. Fuck out of here. So anyway, I only went there because of trying to get on with Russell Simmons and knowing that he was from the area, but he wasn't in the parks. Y'all got to check out Info Minds. Timbo did an excellent documentary on Cool June. It's on YouTube. I tried to get him to do my documentary, but it ain't meant for that. It ain't meant for him to shoot our documentary. So I got somebody else, that's gonna probably do that and get this untold stories of Queens and Brooklyn. While a lot of the pioneers are still here, some of them, because some of them passed away, especially with the Frisco girls, because that is definitely some great information. And again, they came from Queens, and they didn't start in Queens; they started in Brooklyn. And Wise used to DJ Wise from the Death Box Express with Father You Breaker and DJ Wise. One of their guys and their crew got hit too. So when they say this shit was all peace and having fun, it was not always like that. Because I remember in Queens, Jamaica Park with Jamaica Sounds, and I was 18 and a half, just before my dad came. Yeah, it had to be 18. And we had it flowing. About 700 people in the park in Jamaica Park. Tell you no lie. Jamaica Sounds. Rest in love, Chili D. And they don't talk enough about Jamaica Sounds. And I told Michael, Mike, married to 50 Cent aunt. But I told him they don't do Jamaica Sounds enough justice. And sometimes it take a woman to spearhead all of this stuff. But the crowd had to disperse then because they were shooting in the damn parks. I used to be scared sometimes. So it wasn't like I was sitting on the side and waiting for them damn guys from Astoria to put me on. And there's other cats from Astoria. I've dug up Future Shock. Augie's still playing music, like what they doing. Like there's so many damn untold stories, and people are just carteling to one specific thing, one specific narrative. And they already mad at me. Now you could really be mad. But that ain't so. That ain't so. DJ Wise is one of the DJs. I think Baby Love, she was one of the first DJs to MC and DJ from East New York. She was with the Frisco girls. And she knew about Mario and them because, family up in the Bronx. So, I got her take on that too. Did you know about so-and-so? I got the whole damn interview. I'm just, waiting for the right people to work with me and get the proper credits, and, we all be able to eat, because these deals that people have been doing is crazy. Even the one with the silken lace, I'm glad my vocals wasn't on there because everybody got jerked out of that too. Larry Cobbs, they don't talk about Tracy Nasty T. I was brought in to replace her. And not to say that I wasn't that bad to replace her, because back then I was. And I remember me, missing beats on the mic, and me telling these niggas, I remember when. Now this nigga's ha he and after you done put me and my damn daughter in harm's way, you fucking crazy. But people don't like when you move up and when you rise above it, because even when I got my house, here I went from very humble beginnings, and niggas know they got the paid in full foundation. They have music cares, and here I am, a pioneer, and I've been surviving. And I don't like to say negative words like struggle, but it's been very challenging through these 8 years. And nobody referred me to get no damn help with that. And I text D from DMC, because, I had a lot of respect and honor for them till I found out what's good. These niggas then got enough status, and now they want to change the trajectory because they was fans. but you need to be telling the truth. And I told him, I said, you know, you impeding my freaking history by not telling the damn truth when I walked up on him in September, because like I said, I don't need no damn mob. I handle my own business in my own way and always have, because I've always been looking for agencies and society and stuff to handle my business. And they didn't come to rescue me. My cousin used to rescue me in Jamaica, but he died early. You know, Prince and them always talk about they lost a lot of soldiers because they started using. Same thing with Crazy T. Nobody talk about the Imperial 5 MCs. Crazy T, who was related to Fat Cat, that was the first cat that he used to come off the dome, but he had the raspy voice, and he was married to one of my friends, Maritza, that wind up dying. She was the pretty one. Everyone that hung out with certain families, them niggas, they ain't make it. So I'm kind of, you know, blessed that a lot of things happened the way they had happened. But when I had finally got the hell up out of 8th Street, I was called for an apartment that I had already filled out from in Brooklyn any damn way. So how the hell nigga go into court talking about that she didn't have nowhere to go? Niggas, I would have never ran to y'all after seeing what the hell was going on with them in the vocal booth and them fucking girls from England. You crazy. Niggas tried to invite me to go to Pennsylvania. They tried to get me to go to Pennsylvania. I said to somebody, them niggas that never had me chained up tied some fucking where in a damn ditch. Fuck out of here. I ain't trusting them like that. But here's the thing, and then I promise you I'm going to hang up here. My daughter, Alexia, that's no longer here. I don't know how they found out about my housewarming, right? But I didn't have my housewoman in this house. And I know I invited certain people. I didn't have good motives for inviting them. I thought niggas wasn't going to show up, right? And I don't even know if I invited them damn brothers, right? Because I had went through so much shit, me and my daughter over there on 8th Street. I did. And like I said, I'm a real one. Niggas was selling shit from the base, the apartment underneath me. Freaking the boys was escaping out. They asking me questions because they could see I'm square. And they probably done watch me go to Steinway Street, go to Prudential Life Insurance, working, me with my little daughter. And these niggas got me where they knew it was a spot before. Nigga said he wasn't going to sell no more. Nigga got tied up. He started selling and becoming the damn best customer and all that shit that I really wasn't used to, but I had to freaking adjust my sales and survive. That's what people do when they got it in them to survive on purpose, for purpose. But my housewarming, and that's what my dad was trying to do when he came to New York, was set me up. And the lady wouldn't let me even stay because what her daughter said. Because I was only trying to protect my little brother. I call him my little brother, Keith Finch, over there on Woodhall Avenue, over there where Ja Rule and stuff. I got stories, got history over there. I had a lot of respect, and there was a lot of hate, and she fucking was jealous. She wasn't no friend. And I don't think she liked the opportunity that the thing that I bust her ass, and her mother still let me stay there. And all of that old crazy shit. And the only reason why I didn't leave, because I promised my father I would stay put. But anyway, when I finally got some of my money, my father had died. And I first got hired with the city. And I invited some people. But I don't think I invited them niggas. I think she did. And I was shocked when them niggas came. And I had my daughter by somebody they knew. The same nigga that they had me carrying a machine gun and the damn T connection. Tell me I'm fucking lying. I got witnesses, right? I know them niggas is spinning now. Fucking Tammy is on live telling the whole shit, Reg. I almost fucking split one of their asses back. That's how fucking serious I was, even back then. And I'm mad because I can't do nothing like that. Anyhow, put me and my daughter in harm's way, gonna kick my damn door in. Anyway, I came apologizing. The whole situation at debacle with Silk and Lace was still another fucking setup. Profile, they signed a profile. And I ain't lying because I found my partner, Silk. She from the Bronx. Silk, you on this live? She probably gonna say, yo, T, you fucking crazy as hell. Her ass coming to court too. Anyway, judge said, she gotta come to court. All right, she coming too. Y'all motherfuckers did the right damn thing because y'all niggas should have paid me. She sued me for $10 million. That was 10,000, niggas. I don't give a fuck what it is. Pay me now. Pay me. I'm one of them. Pay me. Pay me now. Pay me fucking later. You're going to pay me. My daughter, every day, my grandkids cry because their mama ain't here and their father ain't here either. Y'all got all these freaking organizations and y'all got all these niggas wanting to be gatekeepers and shit. I ain't fucking with none of y'all with that negative. That y'all got bad freaking energy, bad juju. I'm gonna be burning my damn sage. In fact, the next time I go out in Astoria, I'm going to burn some Palo Santo, some sage over there at 809 all over the place. And then I'm going to see my boy Buddha. Them niggas in that twin building, that was like family. They held me and my daughter down. Them cats, TNT, Miss Jones, all of them. Those are real people, not these mothers. Shit. Anyhow, had my housewarming in a center here in Brooklyn invited. And certain people, I was going to let them come in for the tour because I didn't want people coming to my house and leaving bad energy. You know, the same fucking thought, evil ass. Let me see. And they thought they was in time. Yo, niggas would have got hit off if I could have waited for my father when I was 18. Set up for my lawyers. I had everything okay. I could have went for the Beach Street audition. Might have been one of the Us girls, but I don't know because they were set on them chicks from the Bronx, so they probably wouldn't have let me in. But maybe, who knows? I don't know. But Spider was the plug to everything, and they don't give him enough fucking credit. And that's why I say we gotta have our own fucking museum. Fuck out of here. You know, cats in Brooklyn and Queens is being underrated and minimized. But they came to the housewarming. Here go niggas, band gifts. That's why I was like on a peace treaty. Then niggas saw what I was doing in 2012. Niggas don't change. Some motherfuckers remain the same. Lying, lying, lying. Your pants should be on fire. Liar, liar. And I hope somebody is recording this so when we go back to court, the niggas will take this shit to court too. Because in order for hip-hop to live and to kind of right the wrong, all this shit got to be fumigated out. And ain't no way in hell I shouldn't have something to say. First of all, as a pioneer from Queens. Second of all, as a taxpayer. Them niggas was amazed. Damn, she got a brand new fucking house. Yeah, young niggas took me through the fucking mill and I still rose up. But I didn't know one damn thing. I wasn't fucking around letting them niggas do no shit with my damn house. Because I told that nigga on 8th Street. I told you. And what pissed me off, them niggas mentioned my daughter in court. Tell that nigga that. I bet you won't be no motherfucking friends no more. But he's fucking stupid anyway. Niggas Y'all niggas is something else. Niggas will cut and slice you figuratively, symbolically, and you'll still he, and then you'll go on the side and say, yeah, that nigga stole my fucking building. Yeah, and you got knives running around here talking about twins on A Street. They ain't do you no damn favor. They had you set up all the damn long. Now you're saying on the 50th, them niggas stole my building. You dumbass. They said, Tammy crazy. I remember a nigga called me a bitch after I let him eat some food in my house because niggas wasn't running in and out of my house. I ain't play that shit. I was like, I could have stayed in the fucking Bronx for this shit. I'm fighting rats. I'd rather fought the fucking raccoons because I was going to get a better place. I probably would have ended up on Roosevelt Island. This nigga go to court and talk about she didn't have nowhere to go. Fuck, I could have stayed. I could have walked up 6 flights of stairs. I done went to 1060 Sherman Avenue. What, last year? Because, I'm putting all of this stuff together. So I'm backtracking. I even been to Harlem. I don't know what happened to my girl Rose and Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie used to live over there on, what was it? 101st Avenue or 99 and 1st. Because we used to hang out and she stayed over there in a rooming house with her father, but she actually stayed over with some cats that was about that life in that big building over there. That's how deep I go. And that was in the 80s. I was in college because her and I did the performance at the Encore. Some niggas don't even know. I done did shit at the Encore. I got pictures. Checkmate. Nigga tell me she holding it on to. I'm like, y'all don't even have a clue. Shoot. Thank God for NAFM, for Johnny Walker. But I was already educated, but they took me on a whole different level. So, niggas was bearing gifts and thought they was going to do the same shit in 2012 and trying to set me up and had the wife being all nice to me. And I'm like looking through this and I thought she was cool. So when the nigga was still trying to mess around with the other girl from when young and said some shit, I told her. And I was like, listen, Robert wants to marry me. How the fuck he gonna marry you? He already fucking married. I was like, listen, I don't even want to hear that shit with you. And I kind of like his wife. I think his wife is good for him. That's what the hell I said. She got to ride with her husband on this shit. Because them niggas probably got all sorts of shit in their names and shit. Somebody gonna have to fucking pay me. Fuck out of here. My grandkids be crying about their parents and their mother. My baby died on Thanksgiving or birthday. These niggas with the city talking about, oh, you got to go to work. Yeah, I was on public assistance. I had to get on my feet. But I also, if I could do freelance stuff, I did. For me to get in a damn position where niggas got the same temperament as these niggas, of course I was having flashbacks. I became a shop steward. Made sure people get their money. Unapologetic, too. But anyway, I've been on here almost 2 hours. Y'all need to share this live. I want this live to go viral. Because when I'm done, I done set up a TikTok. And I'm going to go on TikTok, too. And I'm on my YouTube. Oh, shit. I got comments on the YouTube. Oh, it's called Hip Hop Boulevard. It's on Cats. I don't give a fuck what it's called. Fuck out of here. Anyway, y'all have a good day because I done had a blessed day. And, I'm up and down. It's very emotional. My daughter would have been 38 years old. And again, I lost my daughter on Thanksgiving and my birthday. I was working like a slave. I always wanted to work for mine. Never wanted nobody to give anything. And then, to get freaking kicked down when I'm already down is something else. So, yeah, I had lost my job. If I was in a clique, they probably would have made sure I got medical disability and all of that. And I told the psychiatrist how I felt. And because I look so square, niggas like, he said, do something else. You want to do that. Yeah, the specific freaking co-workers, you know. But he didn't believe me. And, you know, no strings was pulled for me. So I've just been a girl that's been true to the damn culture of survival. I'll talk about Clifford Glover on another note, another time. Y'all have a great afternoon. Just know that I'm fighting for us. I've been fighting on the background for Queens and Brooklyn, and I'm sure niggas would say that them niggas should be running. No, they cannot run anything. They don't have clean hands. All right, peace, blessings, and light, y'all. Have a nice afternoon. All right, I'm getting off this too, this live stream. I've been on here for hours. Damn, it's 2:11 p.m. But I had a ball. It felt good. That's right, Silk. I love you too, boo. All right.